founder of Uncxded. Yeah, sorry, the live is just acting up a bit slightly, but we're back. So, guys, if you feel, that you want to catch up and watch this, you can on the IGTV. I'm just going to try this again, and hopefully. There we go. It works now.
Okay.
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, Just a bit. I'm out here, innit? Quarantine life and all that shit, man. Fucking
Yeah, no,
jolting,
definitely,
man.
definitely. How are you dealing with everything?
The best way you can, really, innit? Like, we've been put in a situation that we can't control, so we've got
Mm,
to control ourselves the best way that we can, really.
yeah.
And that's the only thing. But to say this, like, this whole thing's been a shit show, innit? Really.
Yeah.
Been a, like,
Literally.
literally, I could have handled it better than my man. Like, literally. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy the situation that we've been put in as people. And
Mm,
but I really do want to say this, like, I want people to understand that, like, COVID's a real thing, innit? Like, you get me?
mm,
It's a real thing, like, so, like, as much as people are trying to get their little theories out there, it's a real thing, but at the same time, we need to be very mindful on what we're doing as individuals, innit? You get it? Because
mm.
I'm seeing, like, man doing, like, parties and that with, like, 50 man, and then you're gonna go home to your people, like, what's that all about? You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a bit of a weird one, man. It's just a bit of a weird one, but I'm staying safe anyway. So yeah,
Mm,
but
yeah.
yeah. We just gotta see what's going on with this vaccine thing, innit? Because
Yeah.
it's a mad thing, innit? Really.
But better to be safe than sorry though, with everything,
But yeah,
innit? Like,
I just to let you know, yeah, I ain't taking that shit, innit? Like, that one.
yeah.
I ain't taking that
Yeah.
because I will say this year before I get off the
Mm,
subject here because it kind of pisses me off. Yeah, this whole thing. Yeah, like,
mm,
why would you trust someone that wouldn't give little kids food? Yeah, to eat, and you're going to trust
mm.
that man to give you to put something in your body you don't know about. Think about it for a
Exactly.
second. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have to say about that, innit? So my mind's made up in it still. So it's one of them, innit?
No, definitely, definitely. With all that stuff, but
Trust me.
anyway, please, just for the people, could you introduce yourself,
Mm.
who you are, what you do, and something we don't know about you?
My name's Jase. What I do, I would say, I'm a creative producer um,
Hmm.
from Birmingham, but all my work predominantly is in London. Um, and a little fact that no one knows about me is, boy, I'm very religious. That's it. I'm very, really
Mm.
religious. Yeah. So
Yeah,
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 yeah.
definitely. Okay, okay. So obviously you was talking about how you worked in London and you're based in Birmingham.
Mm,
Just quickly so everyone can know what you do.
mm.
Like what is it that you do with your brand and how did it start?
So what I do with my brand, like I like to, well, we expose like emerging artists in it, but we do it in a certain way where we're really trying to understand like the messages that they would never kind of tell anyone or we wouldn't actually know ourselves. You get it? So that's what Uncoded starts. So we're kind of like unraveling the message basically of an
Mm,
artist or a creative in it. But at the moment, we're just focusing on like um, musicians, and then when we I want to like I'm just gonna start focusing on different areas within the creative industry. In it. So,
mm,
but what I do myself, I do creative production. I do a bit of photography, uh, filmmaking. What else? I do a lot of things, I do quite a bit,
you
innit?
do a
I don't,
lot.
I don't, but the thing is, I don't actually deep it like that still. I just do it, like, just because it's one of them, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, you really do a lot. So, like, obviously, because you said you help with upcoming artists and stuff, when did you feel like this was something you generally wanted to do? Like, you felt, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm going to take action now and actually do it.
Mm. I mean, for those that know me, like, been doing this for like almost 5 years now. But it was a thing where like I was just doing events in it, and I would like
Mm.
I like listening to like new artists in it anyway in it by like default in it. I go on like Spotify and all this, and I listen to like artists and rare tear in it. But it's like when I want to put on a live event, it was something that I liked to do because it was just the process of it all, of how I done it, and it was like, okay, cool, I can do this then. So I remember sitting down by myself one time, yeah, and I thought, oh, I wanna like make my own, like do my own platform in it. And before everything, like I was like, raw, I don't want to do this in it because it was scary. It was a scary thought in it because you never know it. Like you get it. So I thought, you know what? Let me just create it and have it there in it, just in case I put it out there in it. So I sat back and then I rang my brethren Rosa, and then I told her about my idea and that, and then she was like, oh. Then we started talking and that, and then she was like, yeah, what do you actually want to do with it? I said, I want it to be for creatives and musicians. So then she was like, oh, like why don't? Because originally it was going to be called Coded Sounds, in it. Originally it was going to be called Coded Sounds, but she was like, no, don't have that. Have something that's more generic in it, so it can kind of like be for both sides of musicians and creatives in it. So then we both chopped it up and then we both did Uncoded, and it just stuck from there in it. And then I sat on it for a bit, yeah, and then I thought, oh, you know what? Uncoded is the name still. It just sat for time in it. And then like you know them ones where like you say something but then you always think about it like constantly. That's when I know that something's right for me in it. You get it? So yeah, man.
Yeah. Definitely, it's amazing, guys. Yeah, check out his profile. So sick, like literally. You also have a documentary coming out on Thursday as well.
Yeah, man.
So, what's the work behind that? Like, what is it your aim is when people watch the documentary? Like, what do you want them to take from it?
You know what? Like when I first thought of it, yeah, it was like, raw. I was listening to it. I was a tune I was listening to, yeah, and I said, wouldn't it be great if this tune could be dissected into like the process of like making a rap tune in it, like, and then I thought, someone needs to do this, you know. Like I said to myself, and I said, you know what? Why does someone need to do it when I can do it? So then I sat down to myself and said, right, I want to create something where emerging rappers are going to come on and speak about their process in their own with their perspective of how they make their music and stuff in it. So then I already knew who I wanted to have on there in it, because like the three guys that I have on there, shout out to Malik, Deji, and King K. Shout out to them, man. Like, if you listen to their tunes in it, I've been listening to them for time. And I love how they spit bars in it as well. So it made sense in it to have them on there first in it. So when I was planning it, and I said to myself, I want like a child that's like, well, an 18-year-old, for example, to view it and be like, you know what, I want to be a rapper, but I don't know where to go. When they watch that, they can then have some sort of idea of how they can go about it. So that would be like studying your best rappers, for example, learning like what a multi-syllabic is, for example, learning about your emotions, freestyling, learn how to freestyle in it, because that's what's been said in there as well by one of the guys. So it takes you through the processes of rap in it and what a rapper does in it, in the behind the scenes in it. And that was the idea behind it. That's just why I worded it like words from the wordsmith, because it's the words from the wordsmith. So it's kind of like self-explanatory in it, really. So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. How long did it take you to create your documentary? Like the idea and then the process to the very end?
Mad thing, yeah. I was looking at this the other day, yeah, and I was on my Mac, yeah, and it said 2019, December 2019. And then I'm deep in it, I'm thinking, huh? And I'm releasing it now, 2021. You know, that's mad, you know.
Yeah.
How that's manifested to me is a mad thing. And this is why I always go back to the point of like, when I tell people like, stop rushing your work, yeah, and don't chuck away the idea in it, because the idea will come to life if you just give it a bit of time in it and you plant it. If you plant it in the ground, it will blossom in it one day somehow, and that's what's happened to this project. It's blossomed somehow in some ways. It was made very organically with Rosa and my brother Junior as well. He Junior was one that actually shot the whole thing, so shout out to Junior still. So yeah, man, Spyro Digital and all that, them man, they're certified, man. Just got their new complex as well in Hackney. So if anyone wants, if anyone, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a plug now. Yeah, if anybody wants like to shoot any content and that, go to Spyro Digital, because they've got a very nice complex down there now, brand new thing. Yeah, man.
You guys better write that down if you ever need people. Do you know what I mean? Don't say you wasn't plugged on, like. So yeah, you know what I mean. So
Yes.
okay, who would you say is someone who heavily inspires you?
Kanye.
Why Kanye? This is the question I want to put forward. Why Kanye out of everyone?
You see, man, like Kanye, like yeah, so, you know, I like about Kanye. He's an individual speaker. He's an individual speaker, and he's a free thinker. He thinks whatever he wants to think. He doesn't like, kind of like, how do I put this now in words? He doesn't follow the crowd. Let's say that. He says and does things how he wants to do it. But as a creative, I think he is like the best creative of like probably of all time. I would say, in my opinion, because from a man that's made, he's one of the best producers in like history of like the rap game or in music in general. He's made one of the richest brands, Yeezys, and he's made it into £1 billion company. Right, that's deep. It.
Yeah, that's
Slowly, he's making Christianity cool again. Let's deep it.
Yeah, cool online. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying, and everyone's kind of like having a little think about Christianity a bit more. And then, what was the other point I was gonna make? He's a sick, innit? Like he's just cold. He's just certified, man. Like I respect him as a creative. One day I would love to meet him, man, and live to work with him somehow, because he's crazy, man.
No, his creativity is, I can't even lie, it's just different. You know, when you think of someone that's just like, yeah, he's someone that just stands out to you. And the way his creativity is, just stands out, do you know what I mean? So no, definitely, I can definitely relate to that.
Politically, I'm not too sure, but it's a bit political, but like when we're looking at like, let's be real, yeah, when we're looking at like his creativity, I think he's like he's the best that does it, in my opinion. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and creativity, no, it is. Obviously, we're not talking about political Kanye. Just figure that. Just put that.
No, that's it, man.
Yeah. So, what's the future goals you have for your brand? Like, where do you see some of the like kind of career paths you want to go down with it?
I just want like with a brand, yeah. And this is what I want to tell all creators, yeah. Your brand's always going to change, in it. Your brand's always going to change the what it puts out, especially when you start out, because you could start out doing photography, and you know what, it would be better if I do motion pictures instead, because it's just going to be a bit more jazzy. And then you may think, oh, you know what, actually I want to create films out of these and all this. So when you start out, yeah, just keep trying new methods, try and keep like experimenting things. That's what I did, didn't it? Like I would thought that Uncxded was just going to be a thing where we're just going to cover like photography and articles, but I said I don't want to do that. Like, so I want to just solely shoot documentaries and do events, and that's what I want us to be known for. But I want us to be known for doing amazing events with great purpose and great designs, because I'm a big thing on designs. If you not go on the page here and you go on my website as well, like, you know that me, I like clean things. I like clean looking, sleek things. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, get your guys check out the website as well. Yeah, you heard it here first. Check out the website.
Take a
Yeah.
website code.
Out. Yeah, literally fucking everything because people gotta know. They like to complain nowadays, like, yeah, I didn't know. Well, now they know now.
Yeah,
Now they know. But okay, no, definitely. We'll be looking forward to obviously documentaries and like more things that you have to put forward for your page as well. I wanted to also ask as well, when you interview different artists, what is it that you want people to take away from what they've said? Because obviously, like everyone's got their own style to the way they do things, especially when it's interviews, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of style should I even say that you go for?
My slogan, yeah, is what I live by in it is the message is to understanding it. So I want people to understand the message that the creative or the musician is trying to get out there in it, because far too often, yeah, we listen but we don't understand in it. We just
Yeah.
fly and we just go with whatever's being said in it. We don't really understand and take time to understand that. You get what I'm saying? So the message always is going to be to understand it. Even in this documentary as well, what I'm going to put out on Thursday in it, like I'm not going to tell you who it is first. It's a surprise. But when I drop it, I want people to really listen to what is being said, and because there is a part in there that if you deep it, like it will change your life. Like literally, there is a bit in there that if you deep it, because when I heard it, when we were shooting it, it changed my whole perspective of life. Like literally, this just one person just said one thing, and it just like spun my head. It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Literally.
You just make me deep everything all over again. Like, shit, I didn't look at it from this perspective. But no, definitely. What would you say is one of your biggest achievements?
Like, I don't know, still. Right. The funny thing is, yeah, right, I will tell people to do a lot of, I do a lot of self-work on myself in it these days, innit? I just write down stuff. So when I ask myself this year, I put down, doing my own, event by myself with hardly no budget, and so that was my biggest achievement ever. Literally, it was sick as well. I just want to say hello to Nicole.
No, that is sick. Like your own event. Like, okay, I'm just gonna quickly go into it, just quickly, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, how did you feel about that? Because obviously, all eyes are on you. This is your thing. Like, it goes the way you want it to go. Like, how did that make you feel?
You know what it is though with me? Like if you know me in it, like I do every all the work that I do, yeah, right, is all original pieces of work in it. Like you get it. So the event was called Life in Melodies, isn't it? Like and it had the lineup was crazy as well. Like for me personally, like I am privileged to have that lineup as my first event, like literally, because all them artists there are cold. Every single, even like Mel Brand DJ, cold. And because the other day I was deep in, I was like, right, this is the first event, this is kind of sick still. So, but the process of it all was like, it wasn't even daunting, innit? Because I've done like events before, innit? And I just want to tell people like this: if you're gonna come into the industry, yeah, right, listen and learn. That's what I done. I listened and I learned, and then when I was ready to, stand on my own 2 feet, I was able to then take my experiences away and then apply them to myself, and that's why I was able to put on my own event by myself. You get it? So yeah, man. So the process though was mad, but you just got to be very organized and very calculated about what you're doing as well. Still.
Would you say organization is everything?
Organization is key, and knowing exactly your direction of where you want to go, because a lot of the times, yeah, we tend to like think, raw, I'm doing this, but where do I go next?
Exactly.
So
yeah,
I'm always going to be because I could put an event on now by myself, and it wouldn't be a thing. I would know what artists I want to get. I would know what DJ I would know what venues want to look at, and I'm even in the process of doing that now because I want to just plug myself a bit. I'm trying to do one of the best events I've ever done in my life, and just trust me that the idea of this event is going to be cold, like literally. I can't wait to, because if it all plans out well, because this idea I have is pretty difficult to execute.
Mm.
So if I execute it well enough, it'll be one of the
Mm-hmm.
best things that people will see, probably, if I
What?
execute it well
No,
enough.
I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued because you're saying, this is hard to execute. I'm already like, oh, what is this? Like,
Only one person knows the whole thing in it.
oh,
It's a mad thing. And even they said, "Bro, that sounds cold." Like,
oh, okay. Well, I hope you be putting this on your socials because, like, we want to get involved. Like, what? Sick, sick. Okay, interesting. Um, what would you say has been one of the most difficult stuff that you've had to kind of go through in this whole creative process?
you know what it is? Money. I'm not gonna lie,
Mm,
because money's an issue these days, isn't it? And
mhm,
it becomes a bigger issue when people are like, oh, they want to get paid and rare tear tear. And I'm the kind of person that I believe creatives should get paid, but at the
mm,
same time, yeah, I need to know where I'm getting this money from, because when there's no funding and you work a 9 to 5 and you've got to pay for your own bills, like
mm,
where's this extra £500 coming from? Do you know what I mean? So
mhm. It's true.
it's all about prioritizing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
prioritize
yeah.
things, man.
Just quickly, because this just come into my head, yeah. And I feel
Mm,
like creatives actually like suffer from this.
mm,
But okay, let's say now you've got your budget, I don't know what the budget is, it's open, so I'm not gonna put anything on it, yeah. You've
mm,
got your budget,
mm,
you've got money, and let's say you wanted to do a documentary,
mm,
yeah. But obviously there's the cameraman and stuff like that because the person may not know like how to do it themselves.
mm,
How like what would you advise them so they spend their money wisely? Because it's a case where creatives could have money to do what they want to do, but they just spend all their money and it's like it's not it hasn't been wise because sometimes you can do things yourself or you can get an alternative. Do you get it?
mm.
So how would you advise someone? Because I thought it can help them.
I only can speak of myself in it, how I do things in it. See, this is
Mm,
the thing, right? When you network here, you build relationships in it. And
yeah.
for me personally, it's about being transparent and it's about being honest in it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but what I would say is that with you've got to build certain where there's opportunity in it. You get it? Because and you've got to do your. Let me put this the right way, because I don't want to reword. I don't want to word it wrongly, badly.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to do it in the sense of where the project's amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it it, it brings opportunity in it.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? So when it brings
Yeah.
opportunity, right, then you may get an endorser in it, like Nike, or like someone may want to endorse you, and then from the jump there, boom, you may get money because they're gonna probably want to spend all this money on you and whatnot. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's like I would just say, I would tell the people straight, just be honest and transparent, really, and
Mm.
just be straight up. Say, yo, I haven't got the money, but I've got this much money. Can you work with that? And if they say no, cool, move on to the next thing, because there's loads of creatives out there that want to get into the industry, and there's loads of them. But
Yeah.
don't take shit personally in it, because it's not a personal thing in it.
Mm.
That's all I
Yeah.
would say. Just keep digging, man, because we got social media now in it where everyone and there's a creative in it. And
Yeah.
if you have the
Literally.
conversation, you get what I'm saying. If you have the conversation, then and you say to the person, look, I got this budget or something. I only can work with this budget.
Mm.
Someone's gonna help you. Someone's gonna say, yeah. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No,
that's all I would say to
definitely.
people.
You brought out good points because I feel like, even me, because I feel like what you said has helped. Because even me, when I started in the beginning, yeah, I
Mm,
just felt that everyone's got a certain price that they want to stand with. They don't want to kind of like work around the kind of budget you may have. Do you know what I mean?
mm,
Especially when it's someone that's really good at what they do. Like obviously you're not taking that away from them, but if you don't have the money, it's
mm,
kind of hard sometimes because you kind of can't get what you want to get done unless you learn by yourself,
mm.
you know?
That's another
So
thing though.
yeah.
Learning by yourself. Like I know me personally, like I wasn't one time I wanted a photographer in it for one of the events that I wanted to do in it. I got so mad that I couldn't get a photographer, you know. So I thought, you know what? And then God spoke to me one day, yeah, on my birthday, in it, and He said, buy a camera and learn to do photography in it. So I like to do photography, and I'm pretty good at it. If you check out my page, yeah, I'm pretty good at it. So I don't have to go out there now and ask for no photographer. I can do it myself in it. So I would say like try because we're in lockdown, bro. Like so, try and learn new skills in it as well. Try and learn new skills, and like yeah, man, just try and learn new skills. Simple.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've even got YouTube. Just experiment with,
This
see
is
what
the
you
thing.
can do.
That's how I learn through YouTube. Like
Yeah,
literally,
see.
if I can't edit a picture properly, I just go on YouTube and look at it for like time, and then I'll work it out that way.
Yeah,
Simple.
see. Makes life easier, to be
This
fair.
is what I mean.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. No, definitely, definitely. Do you still see yourself, like, obviously the more your business progresses, do you see yourself going maybe international, or like how do you see yourself going, like?
Blood, international baby. Now you know what? My this thing is, yeah, like I'm gonna put myself out there anyway, like to be international because if international doesn't want to come to me, I will go to it. You get it? So I want
Yeah.
to go. I want to go to like Toronto and do something over there. I want to go to LA and do something over there. Do you get it? Like I wanna explore in it and do things we didn't create around the world in it. So even though like I may not get endorsed by some overseas person or someone over here, I'm still gonna go there, by myself because this is what I like to do in it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I feel it's good as well because obviously, like, everyone's knowing you for what you do, and they're seeing how you do your process and how you planned it all, especially when you're coming from, Birmingham, and you're going elsewhere to share around what your work is. Do you get it? And I know for sure you're inspiring someone that may not even have messaged, you know what I mean? Because nowadays everyone's just, you know how everyone is nowadays, and they're not trying to pop into DMs and stuff and be like, yeah, you're doing well, or oh yeah, I feel it depends on it, but I feel like that's the kind of thing that can open your eyes to loads of things. How do you take on negative comments or writer's block?
don't pay attention to it. Like real, just don't pay attention. Like bro, like a negative comment on. You know what? Right? I was watching Soul, yeah, the other day. You seen Soul? You watched it? You know the barbershop, yeah. The brother's there chatting shit to my man,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
he cusses him out after a while, and says, you can't." He's already insecure because he's internally like fucked it, in, internally edit. That's what people do when they're negative edit. So you stop paying no mind to that. Still, don't pay no
Yeah.
mind to that.
So the negative one, we just don't pay attention to them because they've got inner work to do. And writer's block,
Hang on,
would you do that for that one?
I get creative block. I don't know about writer's block. I get creative block. But with that, yeah, you just take some time out because what creatives tend to do, yeah, is because we've got social media, yeah, we don't know how to take a break. Everyone's always creating 24/7 and want to put stuff out there, but because if I don't put stuff out there, I'm gonna miss the bag and all this shit. And it's like, bro, relax, man. The bag's always gonna be there. You get what I'm saying? Relax.
Yeah.
You may not always be here because you're gonna burn yourself out to a pulp here, and then you're gonna be done at. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to do your best work, to do your best work creatively, you've got to be mentally in tune, like properly in tune mentally. So give yourself that break, man, that you need, and come back when you're absolutely ready. Don't come back because you're pressured, because you think that X, Y, and Z is going to overtake you. Yeah, because I want to give like a little segment, like creativity is not a competition. Like creativity is not a competition. Like that's all I want to say. Creativity is something that you do because you love to do it and you want to inspire people and change the world. It's not a competition. So all this narrative of I need to do this and competing with this X, Y, and Z, yeah. Because low key, yeah, we all have done it, innit? But over time, you have learned not to do that, innit? Because it fucks up your process, innit? Low key. And this is why, like, it takes me time now. It takes me time to even do like a project now. You get it? So yeah, man.
Yeah. You go at your own pace. When you go at your own pace, you seem like you're happy. You're at your happiest, isn't it? And you can
Exactly.
really give your all
This is what
instead
I
of
mean.
just. Mm,
This is what I mean. Like, so when I'm up, like when I'm like now, like I don't even look like I don't even care about like
mm,
competition because I know there's competition because obviously as a business, right, you've got to look at your competition, but don't look at the competition if that makes sense, any sense.
yeah. Look at the condition. Look at it like
Mm.
heavily at it. And
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely. See, going into your quote, yeah, I'm gonna ask you, yeah,
Mm.
what quote do you go by and live by, basically? It's like your go-to, like, you could be in whatever mood and you just go, yeah, see this quote, yeah, this is, yeah, it's cool.
um, what's the one my mum always tells me? My mum tells me one all the time, but I can't remember it. She's gonna kill me. Nah, for my one personally, the message is to understand, and everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason as
Mm,
to why we're in this situation now. You get it? Like everyone's in this situation. There's a reason why, and we're gonna find a reason soon. Do you get what I'm
mm,
saying? Because God's working like right now, and people can't see that. But I
yeah,
know for a fact that God's gonna do some shifting soon, and people are gonna be like, "Raw, is that the reason?"
that's
Then,
what,
do you get what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's what's gonna happen soon, isn't it? So,
mm-hmm,
yeah, man,
yeah,
that's my that they're the quotes I live by anyway.
no, definitely. Um, okay, so I've got like, I think two or three more questions. So, my other question to you is, would you feel like the industry's missing? What do you feel needs to change?
um, wow. I don't know. I actually don't know. I think I
You seem
think
like
I think I think when the I think
mm,
when everything opens back up again, yeah, I think we're
mm-hmm,
gonna be more. We're gonna network more. We're gonna be more nice to each other. I think because we understand the hardships. Because them man at the top there, they don't respect us. Do you get what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to come together as people and as one and help each other in it. So
yeah.
I couldn't really answer that question to be honest with you. If we're being straight.
Yeah. Okay. Would you feel needs to change when it comes to helping each other then?
Be honest, innit? Like just be honest of what you want to do. Don't be snaky with it. Just be straight up. Say, yo,
Mm,
I want this. Yeah, I got this. I got this much money. Yeah, I want this to happen. This is the the idea I have. Can you work at it or not? And simple and
mm,
don't, and stop taking things sort of personally, because a lot of people take things personally,
each
innit?
other then.
And you
Yeah.
can't take in this industry. You can't take things personally, man. Honestly, because
Yeah.
it's the way it goes, and it's dug out in this industry, man. Trust me. If you
It's
don't take things
true.
personally, man, it's like
Yeah. You end up being like, some emotional person just putting everything all over the page if you
you
end up
know what
taking
the
it.
thing is though. Like I learned that. I learned don't put your emotions in this game because
Yeah.
you'll be fried, blood. You'll be fried.
You'll get eaten alive,
In life,
You
don't put
get
your emotions
eaten
in
alive.
it. But a lot of people put their emotions in. This is why so many things get broken down. So many relationships break down because you're putting your emotions in it. And you start getting sensitive and shit, and it's like, rah, bro.
Start crying randomly. You
But the,
can't
but
be
the thing
doing
is though,
that.
that was me. That was me. Like I was kind of
Oh,
emotional, like rah. But then, over time when you have to like deep it, and you have to
mm,
like take a step back and think like, what am I doing wrong almost, didn't it? And that was it.
yeah.
I was too invested emotionally because I wanted to get to a certain point, and
Mm,
my emotions would take over in it. So I had to do a lot
yeah.
of thinking, and then now I feel a lot better when I create and how I approach people, innit? So
Mm,
I know what to do in them situations, innit?
yeah. No,
Mm.
definitely. I feel like we've all been there because, I know how when I'd reach out to people and they wouldn't answer, I'd be like, oh, it's
You're
like that.
airing me.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
What?
I'll take it to heart. Like,
Yeah,
how
man,
could
don't
you
do that.
air? That's
It's
so
minor.
rude.
It's minor. Trust me, it's minor. Because you know what it is as well. I think like I always think even though they air you, you may do a project here where they may come back and be like, you know what, I like the project that you've done here still. So
Mm,
if you act sour from the jump right, you will probably fuck up that whole relationship you've worked for. Yeah.
It's
So
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Comes back to bite you in the ass later, innit? So it's a bit
Exactly.
like,
Exactly that.
yeah. But it's all right, man. What would you advise someone stepping in? Like they haven't like started anything yet, but they're stepping in it. They're coming up. What would you advise them? Just to prepare them.
I would say to everyone coming into this thing, yeah, to just see if you got an idea, yeah.
Mhm.
Don't open your mouth, yeah, until you've completed it. Till you completed the work, yeah. Don't announce it on social media and say I'm doing this and doing that and red tear tear. Don't do none of that. Do it
Mhm.
very silently. Do it to the best of your ability, and that's all I would advise people, man. And just be true to yourself, man. Don't be looking and watching everyone else, because what they're doing don't matter. What they say don't matter, innit? So,
Mhm.
and just stay true to yourself, man, and true to your thing, innit? You get it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Definitely. No, what you said that is a big one. That is such a big one because I feel like obviously when people start, they're like, "Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be doing this, I'm gonna be doing that," and then they see either everyone else does it or
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? It's a bit,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying, man.
yeah.
That's how you shoot yourself in the foot.
Oh, okay, you're back. So, what did you say?
And that's how you
I
shoot
didn't
yourself
hear
in the foot. Because you do that.
you.
People be
Yeah.
talking bare early. They don't want to complete the
Mm,
process yet. They want to scream to the rooftops
mm.
early.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. Another one because this has just come to me quick, yeah.
Mm,
Um, I feel like this game, it kind of brings like self-development in it because it's a thing where, let's say you start off, you know, average, just doing whatever normal thing, and you kind of have a thought process to where you want to be. When you now enter that kind of field now, you start to actually build character. You know what I mean? You're not how you started in the beginning. Do you get
mm,
it?
mm.
Like, say you were sensitive, now you're not sensitive. Now you're kind of, working towards being someone who's stronger and who's believing in your own lane. So, would you say that this kind of makes you bring out sides of you that you didn't realize would show, or you'd even think you'd even have?
Yeah, but you gotta understand, like, you gotta be true to yourself at the same time, innit? You have to be
Yeah.
true to yourself at the same time. Because
Mm,
what tends to happen is, yeah, you see when people get money, some people get money, they start changing up because they've got money. Do you get what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
And they
mm-hmm.
don't want to give back. You've got to
Yeah.
basically, yeah, ground yourself, right? Root yourself to the ground and be like, you know what, this is, have a self talk with yourself almost, and say, you know what, this is how I'm gonna be when
Mm,
when I want help, or when I'm struggling, or when I've got money. This is how I want to be. This is how I'm gonna be. Have that self talk with yourself before you even invest in all. Before you even invest in the industry. Trust me, man, it
yeah.
will actually help you in the long run.
Yeah, no, definitely. You see, it's the same like when when people talk about mental health as well and stuff like that. It's like you gotta kind of have yourself in this industry because at the same time it's like no one's really got you. You've got yourself. Do you get it? You need
Mm,
to make sure that you kind of have sorted like yourself out basically, or what's the word? I can't even put the word out. Just basically make sure that your baggage is not out and you've got yourself until you can, do you know what I mean? Do what you want to do, if that makes sense. If I'm
mm.
making sense, am I making sense? I feel like I'm messing it up, but yeah, do you
Sort
get what I'm saying?
of.
Basically, yeah, I'm
Sort of.
basically just saying, what was you gonna say?
Nah, sort of. That's a sort
So,
of.
just yeah. Yeah, I was just basically just saying like, separate it. Obviously have yourself, but you can't bring out the best of yourself if, you know, you're forcing it. Just don't force anything basically. Bottom line, just don't force anything.
I hear that still. You can't anyway, to be fair. You just gotta be true.
Yeah.
That's it. That's simple. You get
Yeah.
me? Simple.
Yeah. I feel like that's what the industry lack there, the truth. Like no one's trying to do that because everyone's got their own goals. I get it, yeah, but
Mm.
to be selfish with it is a bit much.
It is, but at the same time, yeah, right, as I said before, like, you can't really focus on what everyone else is doing, innit? You just gotta focus on what our end goal is. That's it. This is the thing, like,
Mm,
you see now, yeah, right? I've got glasses on, tints. Like, I ain't watching
mm,
nobody. I got tints on here
Yeah.
with my own story playing in these tints. Like I ain't watching nobody. I'm trying to get my
Yeah.
bag. Literally, I'm trying to get my bag. I'm trying to secure. I'm trying to make the best work possible. Help my people
Mm.
out. Get my people exposed. Get my people out there, and that's it. I ain't really watching too many people what they're doing because I don't really care. Really, I don't really
Mm.
care what anyone's doing. I just care what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
and the thing is, like I say this year, I don't care what anyone's doing, but I will support the people that I like and that I invest in it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Support
Yeah.
certain people in it. You get it?
Yeah. No, exactly. Definitely, definitely. Yeah. Anyway, I'm coming up to my last question, right? I'm coming up to my last question.
Yeah.
Um, I would say, what is your, because obviously you have a business, what would you say your strategy is? Because everyone's got like a strategy that works for them. Without
It's a
saying
mad
too
one.
much, of course.
It's a
But
mad
yeah.
question. Just my strategy at the moment is just being be slow with it. Just I'm being slow with it first. I'm being calculated. I know what I want to put out there, when I want to put it out there, and I'm just believing in it solely because I'll say this like I'm a creative, yeah, but then the second side to me, like I got people in my thing, yeah, that's business minded, in it. You get it, and they're
Mm.
business minded, so they would then tell me what I should and shouldn't do, and when I should
Mm.
do it and when I shouldn't do it. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I can only speak on my perspective of it as a creative, and yeah, I'll just put the best work out there as and when I can, and yeah, that's it
Yeah.
really. Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, definitely, definitely. I feel like what you said as well. It's always good to have someone that can help you to know when to post certain things
Mm.
and when not to post things. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like you were saying earlier, people just be posting things, and it's like because they're watching others, but you need to know when to post for
The
your
algorithm, you got to understand the algorithm of Insta these days, and when to post and when not to post, innit? And
Mm.
someone taught me here, like you don't post it like at the beginning of the week. There's no point. It's dead weight. Whereas
Mm.
when you go through the week, yeah, people are more alive on social media at a certain time. So that's when you would
Mm.
post. Um, so that's when I figured out the algorithm quite easily. You get it?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's all a thing where I would say to people, if you don't know, seek the advice and get the advice somehow, and just
Mm.
keep on learning somehow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're not gonna have all the answers in it.
Yeah. No, definitely not. Like it's a learning curve anyway, because like with this whole thing anyway, you're always going to be learning something new, something
Like
even
man,
before
now
something.
see, you see these days, yeah. Man, I got plan A,
Mm.
plan B, plan C, plan D, plan F. Like you get it. Man, I got bare like different kind of angles now to work off.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the blessing in disguise. We've got different kind of angles to work around now to get money and that. You get it? Because
Mm. Yeah.
whereas before, like you wouldn't sell merchandise. Now you would sell merchandise because you know that that's going to accumulate some sort of income for you, innit? Whereas you
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't put on a virtual show. Now you would put on a virtual show because you know that it works. You know that it brings money. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the different kind of things that you can do to obviously invest in the business and to grow your business, innit?
Mm-hmm.
And to grow your engagement as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Exactly. Exactly. And since everything's online as well, or like everyone that wasn't using their socials before are now really using it to push their brands now. Like, do you know what I mean?
I'm
Before
trying to
your
get off
hands were
socials though. It's too
now.
toxic.
I don't blame you. It is a lot. I can't lie. It
I'm
is a
trying to get
lot.
off
It's
it though.
like
I'm not gonna lie.
in your face. Mm.
In your face too
So
much.
you're
No,
trying to.
yeah,
So
man.
so you're trying to. So what are you trying to do then? Are you trying to just like get to your goal and then you're just trying to ghost?
No, I'm not trying to get to my goal and ghost. It's like I wanna pay more attention to what I'm investing rather than investing in something that's not really going to benefit me. Social media, social media 24/7 ain't going to benefit me in one slice. Not a
Yeah.
chance. Like
Hmm.
working on my goals and networking with people, yeah, through different other platforms, yeah, right. That's an investment for me, a personal
Yeah.
investment for me. Me scrolling up on a TL, and like that's not investing nothing for me, personally
Yeah.
speaking. And I'll do that in my own time anyway. Do
Hmm.
you know what I mean? And to be fair, I done an experiment the other day. Yeah, like literally last year, I
Hmm.
didn't have I didn't go on no social media for a minute, yeah, and it was so healthy for your mental health, so healthy, man. And I feel like some creatives, yeah, need to come off social media for a hot one.
Yeah.
Like, you need to come off
Definitely.
social media. Just have a social media break at least every 6 weeks or something. Just for about a couple of weeks and that. Just so
Yeah.
you can feel yourself out and that, because these days, yeah, it's getting too much, man. It's too much information to process.
There's
Too much
always something.
information. Too much, man. It's
Yeah, no,
damaging as well. It's mentally damaging, you know. You
very.
just hear
Yeah.
like one day you hear about COVID, next minute you hear about, I don't know, Trump. Next minute you hear about flipping something going on in some next country, and then it's just it's the process is so, it's constant, man. And it's just like, this is draining, man. And yeah, man, protect yourself, man.
Yeah.
All costs, man. Trust me.
Yeah, social detox, man. Because especially, do you know what? There's also a thing as well where you can find out how long you've been on your phone. I feel like if people do that and they see how long they've been on their phone,
Mm.
listen, you'll want to change it because yeah, come
I
on.
always do it every time. Like, I look, because it says screen time in it. How long you been on your phone
Mm,
for? It's gone down by 44% or something. I always do that. And when like last week I was on my phone for time. So
mm,
like this week, yeah, I had to leave my phone like
mm,
in my room, and I had to do my work in it somewhere else because I didn't want to invest all my time in on my phone, and it actually
mm.
helped me mentally, like literally. So
So
yeah, man.
yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, guys, pay attention, man, because it's scary out here. You need to protect yourself, literally. But yeah, okay, I lied. Okay, I'm not gonna go to my second question yet. Sorry, I'm interested. So I'm asking another question. Okay, so my other question to you is, yeah, what is the ultimate goal? Yeah, because obviously, like every year there's a new goal in it. So what's your goal for this year then? Like, even if it's a month's goal or week's goal, what's your kind of process
My goal,
about
yeah,
getting
my mom,
to
my
well towards the end of the year? Mm.
my goal, yeah, is to like um, what do you call it? Release this project here, and then just start my next project, and that's it. 'Cause I don't read where we are now in this in on this planet, yeah, right? I don't want to
Mm.
plan too early in it. I don't want to plan too much, too like so far on in it. I just want to plan my first 6 months and see how that goes, and then I'll plan my next 6 months and see how that goes, because everything right now is too too unknown, it's too unpredictable, and then I don't want to let myself down by promising myself something, and then my man talks about lockdown and we can't come out of yard for so long in it. So it's just I just want to
Mm.
pace myself a bit more, you know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And to be honest, you seem like you've got a whole. Do you write things down? You write things down in it, like on
Yeah.
how your process is. Because you seem very organized.
Nah, I don't, you know.
What? I thought you was gonna say yeah. You don't.
I don't. I don't
What?
like every process I have as a creative. I have it in my brain, and I keep it in my brain.
Mm.
Every project I've got is in my brain. I don't
I'm
write it down.
thinking all the time you've got like a planner, and you go, yeah. Do you know what? This is the time I'm gonna do ABC, and just what? No,
No,
that's mad.
I have it in my brain,
See,
and because I'm a visual, because I see things, I see pictures in my head, innit? And I'm a visual person, yeah. Like
mm-hmm.
I can see what a project would look like from back to front, innit? And
Yeah.
over time, it would change slightly, so it would get better, and then because that's what happened to Words from the Wordsmith. I've done the same process like that
Mm-hmm.
still. So yeah, man.
See. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. See, I'm usually the person that writes everything down. I have to write things down. I forget.
Nah, man.
But yeah, anyways, I'm coming to my last question. My last question now.
Mm.
Okay. So my question to you is, what is your legacy that you want to leave behind?
What's what?
What's the legacy you want to leave behind?
To be known as a genius. I'm capping.
Okay.
To be known as a genius, like serious. I'm not even
Mm.
lying, bro. Like like when I sit down and think of it, I want to become one of the greatest creators of like my generation, man. Like
Mm.
literally. And people may see that as far fetched in that, yeah, but I don't ever see anything as far fetched in it.
Mm.
I see things as it's very possible to achieve that goal. Anything that you
Yeah.
see and that you see in your brain, right, can be manifested in your reality. That's what I believe in.
Mm. Mm.
Trust me. So
Yeah.
you always should plan great things in your brain, yeah, and manifest them because they will come true.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Maybe not
Yeah.
immediately, but they will come true.
Yeah. Eventually, innit? Things take time. Things take time.
Exactly.
Exactly. So yeah, no, definitely, definitely. Yeah, Jace, we've come to the end of our interview. But yeah, thank you so much for coming to speak to me and letting us all
Love.
know, about your brand, your ideas, and so forth. Is there anything you
Mm.
want to say before you leave the
Stay safe, man. Stay indoors. Stop partying, man. Because this is why my man's locking us in, man. Because y'all are partying too much, man. To relax. You know them ones. Relax,
Yeah,
man.
try same
You
time.
know the main thing is the longer that we keep fucking about, yeah, right. The longer it's
Mhm.
gonna keep us indoors. It's a mind game now. It's all a mind
Yeah.
game. Trust me.
Hmm.
This is why, like, you see, if we're we see if we're locked down even more. Don't blame my man.
Mm.
Blame yourself because you should be indoors anyway. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Exactly. 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 Oh wait, Chase, before you go, yeah, where can we find you?
Um, at Uncoded, UNCXDED. That's the brand page, and my
Hmm.
personal ones. I don't know if you can see it, but it's JASE_UNC.
Yeah, guys.
And if everyone
So
wants to speak to me, then they can. If anyone wants to create something, they can. If anyone wants any advice as a creative, they can. And yeah,
yeah, the doors are open, guys. So you know where to find him. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on, Jace.
thank you, man.
We appreciate it. We appreciate this conversation. I definitely thought was needed.
Mm.
But yeah, I hope that you have a good evening
And you,
and
man.
take care of yourself.
And you.
Yeah, and
Love,
speak
man.
to you soon.
See you later, man.
So,
Take care.
see you later. Bye. I'm so done. So guys, that was the end of my interview with Chase. You can follow him on socials and you can see this live on the IGTV. But anyway, guys, have a good day. Take care. Bye.